Hey guys, welcome back. So I had asked a bunch of you on Snapchat, on Instagram, and on YouTube to let me know like what you guys wanted to see, and a lot of people told me to include like being a mom. They didn't really say specifically what, but they wanted like a mom video. So I decided to come up with a Q&A of being a first time mom because I just have a 2-year-old. I don't really know much, honestly. It takes years and years and years to be like, or even 2+ kids to be like that, you're an expert. So I just wanted to share my experience and let you see how everything has been going for me. So yeah, let's get started. How was labor? Labor was horrible, honestly. Horrible, horrible, horrible. It makes me not want to have another kid. So I was in labor for 37 hours. Not pushing, just labor in general, like since my contraction started. So I did take the epidural. I had 17 hours without epidural. We went to the hospital twice and they kept asking me, do you want the epidural? And I'm like, no, no, no. But throughout those 17 hours that I hold all that pain, I only opened 2 centimeters. You're supposed to get to 10 centimeters. So I had all those hours and I wasn't opening. So I decided to take the epidural because I'm taking all this pain and I'm not opening. Like I could tell that the process was not going to be over anytime soon. So I took the epidural. I started feeling better. I just wanted to sleep. I already felt so tired. I kept having to use the bathroom. It was just, I couldn't even eat. I was super annoyed. I fell asleep, woke up, then it all went down. I lasted like 20-30 minutes pushing. By the time you get to that point, like towards the end, the epidural is not working anymore. Like you could press the button as many times as you want, it's just like it's worn out. So I was back to having horrible pain. And then so when you get to that point that it's time to push, you just want to, like I was very scared, like throughout my pregnancy, like after 6 months, your 3rd trimester, I was just so freaking scared. I'm like, how am I gonna do this? I'm not gonna be able to do it. How is it possible? Like, I'm a very tiny girl. I'm 5 feet. So I was like how is this gonna go down? We've had so many women do it for, I can't even say how many years, like all our lives, that's all we've been doing. So it's not about height, but at the moment, that's just how I felt. I'm like, I'm so tiny, like how is this gonna happen? But yeah, when it comes down to it, when you're ready, you're ready. I did not stop pushing and I just wanted to go. Like I was ready to have this baby. So yeah, that concludes my labor. Was very difficult. And they say that you forget the pain. I still haven't forgotten, but I don't want to have an only child, so I will go through the pain again. I hope it's not that horrible, but yeah. And I did natural birth. So yeah, it wasn't a C-section, obviously, because I said I was pushing, but you never know. I just wanted to include that, let you guys know. Next is, did you breastfeed? I did breastfeed for about 3 weeks. I was breastfeeding and pumping. I had to stop because I felt very miserable. When she was sleeping, I was pumping. When she was awake, I was breastfeeding. And it was just like I wasn't enjoying my time with her. It wasn't like something enjoyable for me. I just wanted to relax and lay up with my child the way I had pictured it all this time. So yeah, urge everyone to try it, give it a try, because you never know, like you might like it, you might not. So I think you should try it. But if you're seeing that is not good for you, not that it's not good for you, that you don't feel happy, you don't feel like yourself, I feel like you shouldn't push it. Because like they say that it's worth it. I'm not a doctor. I don't know nothing about that, but my daughter has never gotten sick. I just feel like I had a good experience with me not breastfeeding because I never seen the downside. They say that there's so many downside, but every kid has different immune systems. Every mother has a different experience. So I do urge for you guys to try it. It's not the worst thing that's gonna happen, but if you don't like it, you don't have to do it. The next question is, do you still have to wake up constantly for her? here and there she has nightmares and she's like crying, but she's still sleeping. So all we have to do is like rub her, talk to her, make sure she's okay. But besides that, no, we don't have to wake up. Do people ever tell you how to be a mom? I feel like they don't tell me to my face, but I know a lot of people always have something to say. So they don't tell it to my face, but I know they're saying how and how I shouldn't be doing things. But I honestly don't give a F, because I'm a first time mom and this is the way I want to do things. And as long as I'm not harming my child or taking away from her education in any way or hurting her, I feel like everything is gonna be alright. What's something you dislike about being a mom? Something that I dislike is not being able to get up and go. Like, if I have to do something, just the thought of having to take a shower for me and take her a shower and get both of us dressed is just very draining for me. Like, I can't just get up and go. And even if I didn't want to take a shower, let's say, I would not leave the house without taking her a shower, because people always want to be on top of her, and I don't want people saying like, oh, she's not showered, she's not this. So yeah, that's the most difficult thing for me, is not being able to get up and go. But besides that, I mean, like I said, my child was planned. I was ready. I can't take it back. I gotta make the best out of every situation. Even like if we're in the hospital, I'm just like, I just gotta make the best out of this. Like, I can't get stressed or get depressed or start regretting, because it's a human. It's not like a dog or something. Like, you know, dogs are important too, but like, this is really a child. Like, you birth this person. So it's like, you just gotta make the best out of it no matter what the situation is. When will you have your next baby? I think in like 4 or 5 years. God willing, I would like to try again. I always wanted to have my kids 2 years, 1 year apart, but it's not as easy as it sounds or as it looks. So yeah, 4 or 5 years. How was your first month as a parent? I think it was good. Every time I look back at it, I just see like I don't know, like peace. I don't know how to explain it. From the day we was in the hospital, I just see peace. Like, I don't remember her crying or waking up too much. Like, it was just like delicate and soft. Like, it was good. All babies do is sleep, honestly. Like, it's easier than what it is now. So it was good. From a scale of 1 to 10, how hard is it being a mom? An 11. Being a mom is very, very hard, and not just taking care of them. That's just like basic, honestly. It's just making the right decisions for them, trying to get them into a good school, trying to give them the best thing that you can. Like, that for me is very, very stressful. I just think it's hard, you being in charge, you having to do everything right for them, because you obviously don't want to do anything wrong. And if you make a mistake, it hurts you so much. Or if you see your kid crying, it just like, it hurts you if something went wrong. So that for me is very hard. Or seeing like your kid hurting, or like, you know, even just thinking about something bad happening to your kid, always having to protect them. You know, like, just being like a mama bear, to me, is very hard. Has your baby ever had an explosive shit diaper situation? Yes, she has, but that's nothing. Let me tell you guys how recently, like, she hasn't done it in like 2 months or a month, but every time we leave her in the crib and she watches cartoon, when, you know, we want to give her her space and we want our space, we want to watch something here, and she's okay with staying in the room for like 45 to an hour just watching her cartoons. She does get bored, so we end up bringing her over here, but everyone does deserve to have, like, you know, their little break, their little space, and, you know, she's right in the room, nothing is gonna happen. But whenever we did do that and she pooped, she would put her hand in her diaper, and take out the poop, throw it all everywhere. Her hands will stink. It will be, oh my god, whenever we will go get her and we will just smell the shit from the room. coming out of the door, it was like a nightmare. So that's worse than an explosive shitty diaper, I think. What does she do that frustrates you? Besides what I just said, when she fake cries, like, I really hate that. Like, if you're gonna cry because you mean it, because something's wrong. She just be fake crying, and I hate that. She doesn't let us get her dressed, even if we're going outside. When she comes out the shower to put on a diaper, is a hassle and a half. Yeah, that's what frustrates me. Do you miss life before being a mom? At times I do. Like I said, I just wish I could get up and go here and there. But like when it has to do with clubbing and all that extra stuff, I really like to stay at home. I like to do family things, like going out. When it's cold here, I don't really like to take her out and go through all the hassle. But in the summertime, I love, like, it would never bother me to do anything with my child at all. So I do miss it at times. There is times that I do want to go out, don't get me wrong, but I always have a sitter. Like, his mom is always down to take care of her. So if I wanted to go out, I could have. But yeah, I kind of do and I don't. Depends on the situation, I guess. How was your sleep before and after the baby? I feel like it's the same because she sleeps in a lot. She sleeps like 12, 13, 14 hours maybe. So I get to get my sleep in. I don't really mind it. It's the same. Did you want a boy or a girl? I wanted a girl, and her dad wanted a girl too, and we would like to have another girl. Do you ever get separation anxiety? Yes. Whenever we're gonna go out to the movies or something, I always, like, at the last minute, or when I'm getting ready, I'm like always regretting, like, oh, should we leave it for tomorrow? Should we leave it for tomorrow? Should we do it next weekend? But then I always remind myself, like, I need this. We both need this. It's okay to do things. It's okay to have free time. His mom loves spending time with her, so if, like, we don't take her over on the weekend, she's like, why didn't you guys bring Zoe? And we're like, oh, we stayed home. It doesn't matter, bring her, because she's just over a block away. So it works out both ways. So, when we're on our way back or on the train heading down there, we're like watching videos of her. I guess you could say that's separation anxiety, you could say that. But yeah. Is it worth it? I think it is worth it. If you're ready, if it's something that you want. I always say, like, I'm never going to be alone. I'm always going to be with my daughter. And it's so easy because you always have someone to talk with, someone to share memories with, someone to teach something to. And she teaches me so many things, like, about myself and about life. So I do think it is worth it to have a kid. You just have to be ready mentally, because money isn't everything, but mentally you have to be ready. Your spouse has to be ready. Everybody has to be on the same page, so that the million things that are gonna go wrong, at least at home, between you three, or between you and all your kids, everything could be okay. Because as long as everybody's on the same page, everything else could fall apart. But if your partner is down and is there with you to, like, share this experience and to help you out in the hard times, then hell yeah, I think it's worth it. A lot of people say that having a kid is like the worst thing or whatever, and yeah, fine, as long as you are doing something with your life and you are not ready and you haven't found that person, then yeah, why should you force yourself? But like I said, if you're ready, then go for it. That's Zoe calling me right there. But yeah, this ends the video, and I hope you guys like it. I hope that if you are a mom, you can see that we all go through shit, and that if you are planning, like I said, I just hope you're ready and that you learned a couple things from here, like a couple things that are going to be happening, because we all go through the same thing. Like, either way or another, like, being a mom is similar. They're kids, they grow, they shit and piss and cry. So this is something of like what you'll be experiencing. There she is calling. So Bye guys. I hope you guys like it.